This is Market Day Report. We're glad you're with us. Let's jump into the markets. We'll start with the soybeans. That's a good place to go. 4.5 higher on the November at 10.39 and a quarter. How about the corn market? Corn up a penny at 4.24. We'll bounce back over to wheat. We'll hit Chicago first. New crop July up 3 1/4, 5.44.5. And Kansas City 3 1/4 higher, 5.38 1/4. Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge. Hey, Ted, what's happening with row crops today?
Yeah, we're a little bit higher across the board, Tony. I think there's still quite a bit of optimism about the meeting that President Xi and President Trump are supposed to have in 8 days from now, 8 and 9 days from now. And then, some comments from South America about ethanol and biofuels used in their mixture, which they're already at pretty high levels. So I don't know if that's a big story there, Tony, but yeah, in a lack of export sales and or crop progress or WASDE reports, we're relying on price action, and the price action seems to be a bit positive. I think a lot of that has to do with basis firming up in some areas. There's a lot of reports that maybe the crop isn't, for both corn and beans, everything that it was cracked up to be. We do have a little bit of strength here. However, we are running into a time frame where seasonality would dictate maybe a little bit lower or trending lower into late November, mid to late November into maybe early December. But who knows? I mean, is this a year where seasonality really works? If we want to argue that this could be a year that's a little bit abnormal, I think that argument could be made very well, considering a government shutdown, considering trade war, considering really everything that we've got going on, Tony. So I don't know how much we trust seasonals this year. But, we're all just kind of waiting for some clearer direction in these markets right now.
Okay, good point. Hey, Ted, hang on. We'll take a quick break. Be back with more Market Day Report. All right, we're waiting on cash cattle to develop this week. We've had a little bit already, but not a whole lot. A lot will depend upon, well, what the markets are doing. Look what's happening with live cattle this morning. We've been watching the live cattle market move on both sides, but it's $1.80 higher on that front month October at 240.85, and the D's at 242.25. It's up 240. Now the feeders were the leaders lower yesterday. They're not really leading right now. November at 365.62. That's $1.40 higher. And then we get over to the hog trade, and hogs are in mixed territory. Ted Seifried's with Zaner Ag Hedge. All right, Ted, what an interesting day of trade yesterday. If you checked out before about 12 o'clock Central Time, you missed the fireworks.
Yeah, wild day yesterday, and once again, we're headline driven right now, as is really all these markets at the moment. And yeah, our administration has really turned its attention to beef prices and what to do about that. And he had said multiple times that he's going to do something about high beef prices, and the market was trying to figure out what. And then it came to light that we were going to buy some beef from Argentina. So, we went down yesterday, pretty much across the board. Here's the thing, though: 80,000 tons of beef. It's really about 3 days of U.S. consumption. It's not a whole lot, and we've been importing about 30,000 metric tons from Argentina, anyways. So increasing that quota, increasing the amount of beef that we're going to bring in from Argentina, yeah, okay. I mean, it's something, but it's not a big thing. I'm actually kind of surprised that we're not higher or bouncing back more than we are in the cattle complex. But I think the idea is that, hey, this might just be the start, and there's still more chatter about high beef prices and other things that might be done here this morning. So we're trying to figure out everything that's going to happen here. But the Argentinian purchase of 80,000 or potential purchase or scheduled purchase of 80,000 metric tons, that in and of itself, I don't think fixes any problem. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how the news plays out here the rest of the week and whether we're able to take back some of yesterday's losses or not.